Welcome back to Golden Box. Let's keep going with our analysis on the gold market. In general, the trading plan that we have prepared in the weekend has worked perfect. The one thing that we have to acknowledge here is probably the difference in the performance of the gold and the Forex market. You can see that the euro currency has almost totally erased the rally, Wyoming rally. This happened on Friday. But the gold market is quite different tune, and currently we just stand in the points where we need to keep an eye on the progress, because we already have made the preparation to the patterns that have been formed. This position have been taken. Now we just need to see what will happen. Currently, on the picture that we have, we could recognize lots of different patterns, starting from the big ABCD patterns to the upside. So on the daily chart you could find lots of them. So this might be this one ABCD pattern, right, to the upside, or big pattern. You could find here as big butterfly might be formed. But on the lower time frame you could get the same patterns of the lower scale. So for instance, on the 4 time frame chart you will be able to recognize this ABCD pattern, or even smaller, and small type of the butterfly. So it's like the nested doll. Every time when the market is forming the narrowing consolidation, the shape of the triangle, and every time you could find this specific situation. So you could find lots of same patterns but of the different scales. So by taking a look at the 4 time frame chart, you could see that triangle consolidations, it's an attempt to make the upper breakout. Nearest target based on this ABCD pattern that we have here on the 4 time frame chart stands around 33.97. This is the contracted objective point, COP. This is 618 extension of this ABCD pattern. And as I said, here is might be the butterfly rates to be formed and larger extension of the ABCD pattern. But the tricky moment, maybe not the tricky, but actually the point where the market stands right now, it's kind of the indecision situation, because you can see it's flirting with the trend line and also very close to the neckline of the pattern that we were considering with the big hand shoulders pattern I will show on another chart. So we do not see yet the straightforward upward progress. Because that makes us think that if you haven't missed opportunity to take position here as we planned, at this point maybe it does make sense to risk too much and wait for clarity. If market will indeed keep going higher, better to take position on some retracement, because currently still some risks exist that pattern still looks a bit fragile, since you do not have a position with a break-even stop. It might just be not as attractive. The current combination of the risk and potential reward might be not as attractive as it might be. Speaking about a weekend scenario, take a look on the 4 time frame chart. Reversal has happened precisely from the 33.50 area that we suggested is a confluence support. That here was formed some minor ABCD pattern, which is actually gives us the guarded steeple to buy. And later, all this stuff has been confirmed with the bullish grabber on the same 4 time frame chart. So entry scenario was really great. So if you have taken a long position here, you could move stops to the break-even and see what will happen. Hopefully this hand short starts working and we will get the upper continuation. At least gold reacts absolutely different to the Wyoming rally, and this is actually could be explained with the fact that gold is not sensitive to the mutual real rates as the euro currency, for example. Now investors start watching for the real rates in the United States, in euro, listen for the different rumors concerning the possible rate cut in Europe as well. That makes pressure on overall performance. But gold is sensitive only for the real rates changing, and with the rate cut stands ahead, that's positive sign, and that's why gold reacts differently. So I hope that everything will be just great, and hopefully we'll get this upward continuation. If you still would like to take a long position right in this place, you will have to place your stop anyway somewhere below these lows. So just decide whether it makes sense or not, or maybe to wait for another opportunity. Based on these hand and shoulders that we talked about last week, so if you remember, we considered two patterns. First one we traded last week, it's minor hand and shoulders. Now we're turning to the bigger pattern, right? Based on this pattern, OP stands around 34.19, 44.18 area, slightly higher than this COP on this target, so this ABCD pattern. That's actually what we have from the gold. As a bottom line, those who have taken position with the weekend plan, you could move stops to the break-even and see what will happen. Those who haven't taken could make the decision by yourself. So either you wait for another opportunity for a trading setup, which we think it's a preferable option, or if you still would like to take the position here at this point, you will have to place stop at least below these lows, which is, well, not very close to your opening price and carries significant risk. So you decide, maybe you see something else that could let you to make the decision on the market, justify your entry at this point. That and towards what we have. Let's keep watching, and we'll just update the plan as it will be necessary.